Spawning pool first. Another Zerg being a little bit freaky with their thingamajigs. Also, in case you were wondering, here is the map order. Cosmic Sapphire is the first map, not Tropical Sacrifice. Don't be confused by that. I was. You know what? Let's just get rid of that. There we go. Lovely. So you can just hopefully have a screenshot of that or something. Memorized, right? You guys have a good memory. Better than I have, probably. So put it to use. And I appreciate all the effort you guys put in there. Just so, you know, scrubs like me can just look up things without having to worry too much. You guys are pretty great. You guys are pretty great. Well, hello. Hello, Mr. Zerglings. They're going to be mad up with a Reaper here. That's going to be trouble. Mostly for the Reaper. 2 Zerglings just being chased off. Spreading everything out here as a disease would. But this time it's Zerglings. One of the Zerglings manages to get to the place of scouting. And, well, 2 other Zerglings managed to stay alive. Moderate success, I would call it. With some hesitation. Ooh, this could be trouble. Grenade. Does he get it? Does he get it? Ooh, one more shot. There he does. That was a problem there, where he didn't put his queen to the right side and then put the creep tumor on the right side as well of the queen. Right? Or yeah, or he didn't put the queen on the left side of the tumor. So the Reaper had free range there for a couple of moments, and there's well. Alright, now this is a better tumor. That and, well, he has 2 queens now, and the Reaper is low HP, so that should be coming up. No problems for that tumor, no sir. Always so lovely to see a good old tumor not have any difficulty when it's trying to grow in the early stages. Ridiculous. Yes, I know. Little Hellion drop. Could be quite a troublesome ploy here, arriving on Sue's doorstep. There they are. Off on adventure. Circling. Oh, did that get the scout? I think it did. If it didn't, well, then that Overlord should have gotten a little bit of an eyeball on that situation. Only 4 Zerglings ready to meet the medevac so far, but the medevac is going to fly through another Overlords here, and well, if it wasn't spotted before, it's going to be now. Or it will have been. Only 6 Zerglings here and 1 queen. This could be trouble. These Hellions are just going to run past, trying... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Never mind. Oh, my. That was beautifully held there by Sue. I didn't think he would have enough stuff there in time, but... the perfect wall of Zerglings, even using that queen to kind of set up the surround there on one of the Hellions, and... yeah. Worked out great. More Hellions, however, are going to be showing up here, trying to find a way onto some drones, but not being too satisfied with what they found. Banshee on the other side here might have some more success. Looks like Sue is aware of the existence. Doesn't quite have any stealth detection yet, and that is about to be ready here. There we go. Now it's done. Ooh. Oh, that is rough. That is rough. I think he would have still had a little bit of a moment. It would have been difficult to get himself out of there after the spore crawler here would have been created. I don't know, I guess he would have been able to. He would have been able to. Anyway. Unfortunate timing. The Banshee just flying in. At the moment that cloak was about to be ready, you can just see from the way that Banshee moved, gun spamming the cloak button. Like, how is it not done yet? Yeah, Nidus Worm. Okay. Okay, Night Swims are being utilized a lot right now by these Korean Zergs, and I'm a big fan. I am a massive fan. Right, there are those Night Swims. Queen's coming out. Zerglings there to accompany them. Might need a creep tumor. Okay, creep tumor has been put onto the ground, and these queens will be able to start shooting at the Terran from a distance. Just be careful, doesn't have the transfuse there just quite yet until that creep is settled in a little bit more so. Behind this, okay, SOO just going for a spire. All drones, making a baneling nest. He's just causing a panic here, stopping Byun from taking a third base when he would like to. And, well, Byun still moves that third base over across. It's going to take him a while longer before he has everything set up with the SCVs there. Ooh, was this an overcommittal? This is a very cool way of approaching this as SOO. Getting rid of most of those guys. The Banshee. Oh, the Banshees are doing work as well across the map. Only 6 drones were taken out. This is a great fight so far. Going back and forth. A little bit worried for SOO with Byun's economy here. Sure, it got delayed a little bit, but now he's losing. Look at that, 13 workers in total. With these Banshees, there's 10 kills on this one Banshee right now. There's not much else going on, but it's just, SOO. I guess he was waiting for all the Mutalisks to arrive to try and deal with them, with the Banshees that way, but 14 workers, that just seems like an awful lot. Still some creep tumors available. Mutalisk already threatening the siege tank, so Byun not gonna have the time to clean up those creep tumors there. SOO being ever so aggressive here with his units, as we know he loves to do. Would require a good set of banelings here to still hold on. This is perhaps the push here for Byun. This could end it right now. As SOO thrown too much too early on into that kind of containment right there that we saw. Has it just not delivered? Here we go. Mutalisk could go for the wraparound. Zerglings trying to get close. The siege tanks lovely targeting onto those banelings, but there's still a couple of them left. The banelings are getting rather close to those marines. Oh my, I guess that was the best you could have done there in that situation as Byun, but still a pretty good baneling connection. This might be the moment where he comes out this creep. Yep. There we go. Wasn't spread out any further by SOO. A bit preoccupied with, you know, not immediately dying and keeping his bases alive. Can't blame him for that. Need to get some work done here on the SCVs. Mutalisk showing up. It's definitely preoccupying Byun, but Byun not all that preoccupied with all of his units. There's still a siege tank there as well. Oh, look at that banelings blowing up from that siege tank. Oh, that was brutal. And the siege tank is still alive. Oh, no. Oh, man. Alright, well. There's a lot of workers dying. I suppose the Mutalisk counter-attack really keeping SOO in this game. If that hadn't happened, this may have been GG. And those Mutalisks, they would not have been enough to keep the Marines from killing everything back at home anyway. So, SOO really finding the best he can still out of the pieces he has on the board. But is it... well, actually... this economy is okay. Let's take a look at the graph right here. It's looking pretty smooth. Byun. Still 3 CCs. Yulin away. Full CC flying across to become a planetary here, perhaps. Most likely, right? There we go. 3 missile turrets immediately. He's taking the Mutalisk threat seriously. That's what he has to do. Thor's coming in to the army composition also. No Marauders or any type of Ghost or high attack bio unit. It's just still Marines. However, we do have a lot of barracks here set up with some extra attack labs. There we go. Now we have Marauder production really kicking in. Definitely could use that to tank some of that baning damage. Oh. I know Byun is good at micro, but having those Marauders there, that could be a lovely thing. Mutalisk not finding their way onto the mineral field there. Like we said before, 3 missile turrets, that is something to consider. Little Marauder. Caught with his pants down, his Marauder pants, which is impressive because that's one hell of a pants to try and take off. Never worn one of those suits, but I mean, I've heard cosplayers talk about their uniforms. It's never good. My goodness, that's a big wave of green. That's a big wave of green, and now it's all turning red. Mutalisk, how many do we still have left remaining? The Baneling's all going to the top, but the main wave of Marines now coming in from the bottom, right underneath the soft underbelly of those Mutalisk. Ooh. 13 more Banelings. Does he have enough? I think Byun is about to be on a tipping point here. 80 army supply against 55 army supply of SOO. But 17 Banelings, they could have something to say about that. However, we're now on 12 of those Marauders here. 33 Marines accompanying them. And 4 Widow Mines also. I'm not quite sure where the other 2 are. I know that... Okay, there they are. If he gets all those Widow Mines here, he gets that entire force and just has a straight up fight against SOO, there's no way that SOO can win. There's absolutely no way SOO can win a straight up fight with the entire army versus the entire army. So, I mean, Byun is spread out now, which means that we may have a way for SOO to collapse in on this. If Byun wasn't spread out, we may have seen a base race situation occur, which still could have been okay for SOO. However, what we're seeing right now is just a little dance of death. Byun trying to lure out SOO into a fight and just take a good trade here. Just on the edge of the creep. He has everything set up, all those Widow Mines, the Marauders, everything pre-split. Byun keeps tabs on that bottom left side base as well. Doesn't want to just let SOO take more than he should. While, actually, this is a lot of Zerglings, a lot of Banelings there as well. I don't like the Banelings blowing up into the amount of Marauders that they are right now. Mutalisk show up a little bit late, and that's a lot of firepower they're still met with. Together with the Thors. And, well, that's going to be the end of it. Byun taking game number 1. Yeah, I believe that may have been the moment where he kind of started falling apart, and if that wasn't it, then those siege tank shots onto the Banelings, kind of the killing blow, really. Anyway, in the top right side, there he is. From the Freaks, the Blue Zerg, SOO. Freak SOO. Freak SOO, that's a pretty cool name as well, right? Freak SOO. Sounds like it would be a name already. In the top left side, we have a Red Terran fighting for the Shopify Rebellion. What in the world is he doing over there with a couple of barracks, you might ask? It is Byun. Micro Jackson. Up with a plan. Up his sleeve. A couple of barracks. A couple of Reapers. Looking to bring some justice to the world of Stargazers here. Looking to spray some bombs, spray some juicy whatever guns they may have. Who knows what they are, really. Probably some laser cannon. Well, not laser cannons, but some sort of a hand cannon. It's just a pistol. It must have a name. Oh, anyway. Let's see what SOO knows about the situation so far. Okay, he realizes that it is a double Rex. He's just gonna have to play very, very securely here with his Zerglings. Don't lose him. Don't you dare lose him. He's still quite a way off before he has that queen out. Still quite a way off, actually. Makes me wonder whether or not he was a little bit slow with the queen here. Or how that situation unfolded. Perhaps the gas just being quite early on. Slowing this whole shebang down. But once he has that speed, you know, there's no way for those Reapers to ever get anything else done. That being said, I doubt we're gonna see this go into mass Reapers from here. Yeah, it will just be the Marines. Already a queen going down, keeping one of the Reapers alive there as well. Very important. Ooh, just overextend slightly. But he killed a queen. I think that's already quite nice. Not just that, but he forced out quite a couple of those Zerglings as well. 12 Zerglings here. That could have been 6 other drones. He didn't lose any Zerglings though. That is pretty impressive. He's lost the queen, but he didn't lose any Zerglings to the Reapers. Not enough Zerglings to really make something happen here. I mean, that Stimpak researching on the outside of the wall, it must look ever so tempting, but the amount of guns on the other side of that wall is just too much to try and jump onto it. Even if you do know that there's no way SCVs are going to get there because of those Marines to repair the tech lab if you were to get it. And Stimpak getting lost in a situation like this for Byun would be devastating. He's very much aiming for the timing here. The opportunity with the Stimpak. Look at that. He's not even worried about the combat shield finishing up at the same time. Well, maybe he is. Maybe he is going to wait for the combat shield here a little bit. As he's slowly rotating, trying to find his way through this Zerg world. The queens are there to meet him. So SOO, so far, keeping up with the rotation. He does have that Overlord in the back here, kind of keeping tabs on things. Again, realizing to shut that down immediately. More Marines here on the left. Is he going to try to out-rotate SOO again? Is he going to work this time? That's the big question. I think we have our answer. I think we have our answer. Oh boy. Yep. Yep. He was just not ready at all. 2 points for a red Terran player. On the team Shopify Rebellion, it is Byun. On the top right side, there is a blue Zerg fighting for the Freaks. It is SOO. Follow the Overlords. Always follow the Overlords. Another one over here. No 2 Rexing, this time from Byun. A little bit disappointing. A little, just a little bit. We all would have loved to see more of that marine pushing, of course. Am I right, guys? No, I would. I might be in the minority here. It's just so powerful that, you know, if it does ever become extremely popular, and well, of course, then it's meta-defining, but I feel like it has the opportunity to be meta-defining in a sense that you just force the Zerg to play more carefully at a certain point in the game. Otherwise, they're screwed. Especially if you manage to cut off their scouting. Or if you keep them busy, like Byun did with the Reapers there, right? Really good. Third base for SOO, having a little bit of a delay here. It's not going to be too much of a hassle. We all thought he was going to get out of there. At least we got to give the Reaper one last camera hug before he went into space. Still curious as to how everything keeps itself tethered to the heights that they're at right now, compared to the ground. If, you know, as soon as they die, they just float upwards, but that's fine. That's fine. It looks cool, right? It looks really cool, so. It's sometimes all you need. It's like a good Bollywood movie, StarCraft 2. Yeah. Similar idea. Alright, hit squad of Hellions on their way, trying to meet their maker, or introduce the drones to their maker. Not having the greatest success. Ooh, a little bit of doubt. Just like, oh, those green tumors actually, they are quite nicely lined up, aren't they? It's like SOO's putting up trick shots here for Byun to try and pull off. With the creep tombs. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas to you as well. FBGR. There you go. FBGR. FBGR, Merry Christmas to you, good lad. Thank you for being so nice. Anyone watching this on the vaults? Yes, well, it was Christmas just a couple of days ago, I believe. It's no longer Christmas officially, as far as I'm aware. It will be New Year's pretty soon. So we got that to look forward to. Lair attack coming up for SOO. Just more and more bio-infrastructure being set up here for Byun. Gonna get everything sorted. A reactor onto the factory as well, probably indicating Widow Mine's going to be a part of this, and I think that's the right choice, as mostly the army composition for SOO is consisting out of Zerglings, and will consist out of Zerglings for quite the foreseeable future. No Hydra Den, nor nothing else being taken here along the route of tech. No Spire either, so interesting. I did feel like SOO was making some great moves with the Mutalisk in the previous game, but or well, game number 1. Apparently not worth it for him to try and risk it all again. Wants to be a little bit more secure with Zergling and Baneling numbers here. As there is another Marine push. It's not as terrifying as the last time, and we do have Banelings here ready to meet the Marines in the field of battle as well. It's more than enough Queens to try and hold the line here. Gotta be careful not to lose any. Nice transfusions, keeping everything up and steady. The Zergling's gonna try to make the commitment. Look at that target fire there. Beautifully done, but the Queens take out a medevac full of Marines as well. So the Banelings still get that kind of money's worth in a way. Not as much by blowing up Marines, but by keeping the Marines preoccupied, getting Byun to be greedy, and then having a medevac blow up. So still some of the comeuppance there for SOO. Liking his creep spread as well so far. With the damage previously dealt to those Marines, the Queens on their own now enough to try and deal with all of this. Still in vision there. Be nice to see him target down that medevac. Can't quite get it in this situation. A lot of stuff happening now. Both players really starting to make some massive moves. Zerglings and Banelings coming on through. Counter-attack straight up into the mineral line here. Banelings rolling back onto the Marines that were coming in as reinforcements. A little bit unexpected there from Byun. It seems like, ooh, we don't mind. Quickly getting to the ground. No enough, no enough. That is a lot of SCVs going down and another GG. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going into game number 4. Another best of 5. 3-0 is saved us today. Suddenly it's just one score apart, but still requires just victories from this point onwards, 2 in total, to be able to move on through and face Dark in the finals of today's event. It is the Blue Zerg fighting for the Freaks. It is SOO. In the top right side, we have the red Terran player fighting for Shopify Rebellion. It is Byun. Alright, Byun, what kind of stuff are we going to see here right now? It is another low ground wall, anticipating another barracks to be joining the ranks there. I wouldn't be too surprised we're going to see a repeat of game number 2. That works out so incredibly well. He knows he's going to have to go up against another Zerg after this, so maybe just go in with one more strat to get that quick finish. If it doesn't work, he's going to have game number 5 as well still to work with. And he can still do the other plan, you know, plan B. Let's call it that. Or you know what, he can try plan A again. A little extractor with the spawning pool. Right in front of that, of course, the hatchery being taken. Very similar as we saw game number 2 open up. The Overlord will again get the initial scouts here on the wall on the low ground. Already realizing what that means, it looks like. Trying to be ever so careful with the Overlord, realizing Marines could already be in this vicinity. Right, you don't have to start making Reapers with this. You could also already initially start off with the Marines. Now is a great way to lose an Overlord early on. Get yourself supply blocked and just sweating for the rest of the game. Already getting 2 kills here with the Reaper. Not too bad, not too bad. The Queen is here. Oh, you gotta be careful. Ooh. Okay, that curled up my my toes quite a little bit there. Danger Joe with the jetpack. Looking for some more trouble. Oh, that is a lovely surround for those Zerglings. That Reaper is not going to make it out of there. The other Reaper's deciding, you know what, let's let's try to redeem Jetpack Larry there, but not going to work out either. Jerry and Barry still alive, but Larry, unfortunately, getting eaten by Zerglings. It was quite gruesome. It really was gruesome how those Zerglings just wrapped around him. Just kind of, as soon as he jumped, while still in that jump animation, it looked like the Zerglings just pushed away the landing zone for that Reaper already. And just, yeah, as soon as it touched ground, it was already nowhere anymore to go. Which doesn't happen too often. Usually you see that Reaper just kind of jump up and then jump down again. Get nibbled on a little bit and be like, you know what, this isn't the life for me, and then evacuate. Right, so how are we doing this? This is with 1 reactor, 2 tech labs, 4 barracks in total. Nothing else. He's still mining gas overall from 1 refinery, while he's keeping busy on the other side of the map with a couple of Reapers. SOO, you know what, he's just trying to respect those Reapers. He's trying to deal with them. He's lost a couple of Zerglings, only 2 of them so far. But he did kill a Reaper. He hasn't lost a single drone. He's got speed now, so this shouldn't be too much of an issue anymore. He just needs a Baneling Nest. If we want SOO to win this game, he needs to start building a Baneling Nest right now. And I don't think we're going to see one. I think we're going to see him perhaps even, you know, just make more drones. Well, no, there's actually Zerglings on the menu right now, which is good to see. That's an awful lot of Marines, isn't it? Oh, yep, he knows now. He knows. There's no Baneling Nest. Quite far removed. But we're getting a lot of Zerglings. The Zergling's still a valuable threat here. Especially with... Oh, he brought the SCVs. That is so smart. It's like he smells that there's no Baneling Nest here. It's like, you don't have the Baneling Nest. Come on, I'm just going to kill you again. Here we are. We're done. Hello, good sir. Let me just move all my units into your base. And we're going to just have a whale of a time here, aren't we? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alright, well, that's the first hatchery already down. Needs to run away from those broodlings here for a little bit, but he's still tanking a lot with those SCVs. Running in with the stim. Is this enough Zerglings, though? The surround is pretty good, but the micro is pretty good from the Marines as well. The stutter step running backwards now, going over towards that third base. The third base, still a lot of drones. Still a hatchery. Let's target down as much as he can, because it does appear like the Queens are a bit too much to handle right now. Oh boy. Oh boy, he didn't do it. He didn't kill him. 10 Queens. A little bit too much. But twice the amount of Marines now available still in the main base. They can team up, group up. That must be enough Marines to just stim in and really single target down each and every Queen individually without any type of transfusion being available. More SCVs being pulled. Here he comes. Oh, SOO knows. He's brought his spine crawlers down for battle. Here we are. Okay, target fire onto the spine crawler. The transfuse is enormous. And that's going to keep it alive for a little bit longer. The transfuse still there. The second spine crawler being rotated out. But the transfuse, that was magnificent spell casting there from SOO. As SOO's going to push these Marines away one final time. Maybe another time in the future. I thought perhaps we're going to get a little GG right there from Byun. But no, sir. He is still committed to this one. Still looking to gain the victory here. Is it still in the cards, however? It's incredibly difficult. There's Banelings now, and the Banelings don't have speed yet, so strangely enough, that might give Byun a bigger opportunity to win here. Just because now there's less Zerglings to try and surround him. A fourth base for SOO being constructed. Byun still on the 2 bases. This has got to be it now. He has to make it work. Some capacity. He needs to get more damage dealt. But those Queens, the walking wall of Queens is just always there. It's always there, ready to meet whatever he does. Very frustrating for Byun. But as long as SOO is on top of the circulation, the queen flow here through all of these bases, he should be absolutely fine. And look at that. What's that? Quiet down, everyone. Hush. Hushed voices. Oh, no. The surprise ambush. He fell right into his trap. That's a lot of Marines not going to make it home to their wives and kids. It's Byun now. Well, there's the wives and kids trying to run out now. They've had to pick up arms as well. There's a toddler driving a siege tank. Because Byun is just in that much trouble. Every hand on deck right now. This is why we let them play video games. So hopefully they, you know, in times like these, they will know how to control a siege tank. Moving forwards, big stim in. Siege tanks on siege still. The Banelings rolling in. Banelings getting rather close. Ooh, baby. That's it. There we go. GG. Top right side. It's from the Freaks, the Blue Zerg. SOO. Coming back. Is he doing the reverse all sweep right now? Let's remember that. He's won 2 games in a row. You know who else won 2 games in a row? This fella right here. In the red color. He's a Terran player. And he managed to get the first 2 games in his name. Now, suddenly, he's up against a man that, if he loses one more time, he's gonna have to say bye-bye to his odds for the final match. To face off against Dark in the finals here. Anyway, it's the red Terran player from Shopify Rebellion. He is Byun. A little barracks there coming up as well. On the low ground. Natural base barracks once more. What could it mean? What could it mean? Well, we have a little bit of a suspicion, don't we? Would be really cool to see those Marines pop out, try to catch off those Overlords this time around. Just mix it up a little bit, but we saw in the previous game SOO being ever so careful with his Overlords, really trying to ensure not to lose one of them early on. Also, we're not quite yet seeing the second barracks as early on. This time around, he's just gonna go for the command center. Okay. So low ground barracks with supply depot, but not going for a very quick wall. Which means he's quite confident in saying that SOO's not gonna do something extremely aggressive, which would require him to have a wall off within like the first 3 minutes of the game. More StarCraft than the Zergling Reaper battle. This one right here, the Reaper getting ever so close to killing all of the Zerglings, and yet not killing any of them. Frustrating start there for Byun, but I imagine quite lovely there for SOO with the Queen timing arriving just in the nick of time. He'll just be dancing around there for a little bit longer. Anyway, on the other side, we have that starport now going to be a part of the wall. Interesting, interesting. This does look a little bit shabby, doesn't it? Banelings crashing into this factory. Gonna be able to clean up the supply depot and the reactor both, I believe. Not gonna have too much of a hassle there either when doing it. Not a single kill acquired with that Reaper. But it is drawing in some forces into the main base rather than the natural base, as the Zerglings aren't quite there to make a wall for the Hellions in time, as the Hellions do get on top of the drones. Come much is he going to get, though? Ooh, this could be a juicy one. Does he keep the aliens alive for a little bit longer? 6 drone kills. That's not too shabby. That's not too shabby. I'd be happy with 6 drone kills. In particular, if I only lose 2 Hellions. Oh. Right, losing 4 Hellions now. Eventually, the Reaper. No, the Reaper does stay alive. A secondary threat in the Banshee is going to be closing in on the main base here of SOO. That hopefully could provide even more of those lovely drone kills. There's no Spore Crawler there just yet. 5 seconds until the cloak is done. It's definitely a lot of work here for the Banshee to do. What about that natural base? How secure is that natural base? Same situation pretty much as the main base right here. And the Banshee does manage to get out 5 more kills. That's 5 on top, right? On addition. Yep. So that's now 11 worker kills in total. Rather ridiculous amounts of drones to lose in the early game here for SOO. And that's going to be heartbreaking in an ace match. Hoping for a good, clean old game. And here you are, just struggling. Losing drones left, right, and center. Another one going down. 2 more Spore Crawlers being forced out. One of the Spore Crawlers might even get just shot down here. Yes, it does. A straight up kill. More Hellion kills coming in from the other side. Look at that. Drones aren't safe anywhere. 17. 17. There it is. GG is called. Byun just solely on harassment. Taking game number 5. My goodness, he is a terrifying opponent.